Pollo Guisado or chicken stew, Puerto Rican style, 100% natural ingredients. And remember, if I can cook it, so can you. So go nowhere. Let's create. Very quickly, I got some wings, a couple legs. These legs, I cut the end, to make it more prettier. You don't need the end, I cut it. Also have, kind of my homemade adobo, which is going to consist of turmeric, ginger powder. I'm going to have also some coriander. And I'm going to have this salt. This is sea salt. It's flaky, and flaky in this style. And I actually ordered this online. It's from from Iceland, and it's one of the best salt I ever tried, if not the best. I'm going to have also some carrots, potatoes, and pumpkin, which I cut. I always leave the peel so it doesn't break. Those three are all you need, but in my case, as optional, I also added some ñame and yautía, which you can find in any Spanish market. Here's a sofrito. I don't need it because this also is what is going to create my sofrito real time. And this is a cumin, some red and yellow bell pepper chopped, several teeth of garlic, minced, cilantro, and culantro. If you cannot find the culantro, just use the cilantro. All this is practically that. And because I have some pre-made, I just can do it a little bit more. Why not, Couple tomatoes for my tomato sauce, which I'm going to grind this tomato to create this. I'm going to have some turmeric to add a little bit, not turmeric, but paprika, smoked paprika, to add a little bit more color and flavor. You can use extra virgin olive oil. I'm going to use annatto oil. I created this myself. Link in the description. Show you how to do it in less than 2 minutes. And very optional, I have some Spanish, I forgot the name now, saffron, Spanish saffron. I'm going to just use a tiny bit of them, just to add that little nice, beautiful color to my meal. And I'm also going to have some chicken broth ready. You can use water or combination chicken broth and water. So let's get started. Put out the chicken in one container. And what I'm going to add is the coriander. I'm going to add also the ginger, turmeric, and the flaky sea salt. And this one, what I like is that I can actually crunch in my fingers. See, I crunch it a little bit with my hands. This is how easy. It's flaky, so it's easy to do this. And then you're going to mix all that. And the thing about this is that you might want to actually stab some holes in the leg because you want those ingredients to go through. If you feel that you need more of the ingredients, feel free. But this is kind of a homemade adobo. The important thing is that you're mixing them up good and you want them to get it over. If they are like this that don't have enough, just add a little bit more. Put it at medium high. You're going to preheat this and you're going to put a little bit of that salt, just a little bit. And you're not going to use annatto oil for this part. You're going to use regular oil. So what you're going to do, I'm going to go with the Spanish one in this case. You are here, and you're going to do something very important. You're going to sear this chicken. We're used to just, when you do, some people when they prepare pollo guisado or chicken stew, they go straight to the stew. And I think that's a mistake because by doing that, you deny yourself some of the flavors. And also, it doesn't look pretty because then the skin, it looks kind of too light, you know what I mean? Pale. Doesn't look nice. So I like to do this steps to enhance flavors and visuals. Look at that beauty, huh? See how I cut the end? And you're going to sear these babies for about 5 or so minutes. You're not frying them, you just sear them. Just like 5 minutes, maybe 6. See how beautiful? I mean, you're turning them around. You don't want it one side. Couple minutes one side, flip. Couple more minutes, flip. A minute, flip. A minute again, flip. You know, you're moving stuff around. See? See how beautiful? Golden. And now it's time to go to the other step. Turn this off. Get ready. So I have this caldero or pot, big enough to fit everything that I need to fit, or deep enough. I'm going to put a little bit of my sea salt, just a little bit. And now you go with the annatto oil. Link in my description how to make it. It is that nice looking color. I don't use sazon. I create my own thing. Onions, cilantro, culantro, red and orange bell peppers. Let's move things around a little bit. Creating my sofrito here. A little bit of cumin on top. Move things around for a little bit. Garlic. I like a lot of garlic, so I'm going to put about 5 teeth, maybe 4. You can do less. You don't want the garlic burning, so you move stuff around, move it around. I'm going to use some of my other sofrito. You don't need it because you already have some here. But if you want to know how to preserve sofrito, which is a little bit out here now, link in my description. I have one of the very best. It lasts you forever. Now it's time to add my tomato sauce, natural, not that canned sauce. Paprika, smoked paprika. Get a smoky flavor, nice color. Time to start adding the chicken, which I had prepared earlier. The reason I'm doing that is to mix all those flavors together. And because I sear this chicken, in essence I'm braising this baby, I braise it. And because I sear the chicken, the flavors of the sofrito and the base. Now, once you add the tomato, it becomes a base. It goes from sofrito to base. Once you do that, those flavors start mixing up. Maybe some of this grease, right? That I used to cook earlier. See how beautiful it's starting to look? See how the flavors are mixing? That's how you do it, baby. This is how you do it. Now it comes, add those potatoes and things like that I mentioned earlier. Mix things up. If you want the flavor mixing up. Now you add the broth or stock or water or combination. I have about 3 cups here. It might not be enough. Let me see. Let me see. I want a stew, I don't want a soup. You know what I mean? What you're going to do, you're going to have your heat medium high. And you're going to let this baby boil for a little bit. So it's simmering a little bit. So what you're going to do, you're going to give it a taste now. That tastes good. If you need a little bit of salt, now is the time. So what you're going to do, I should do this. You're going to get some of the saffron, optional. Squeeze it. You put in about maybe 4 or 5, you know, of the little hairs. You don't need a lot. It's going to give you that additional nice color. See how it looks, the nice color. And then you're going to cook this kind of a couple notches above medium. And you're going to cook it. You're going to cover it. And you're going to cook it. And the way you know this is going to be cooked, you're going to use a tool like this. And you're going to pinch on the pumpkin, the carrots, and the potato. Once they're soft, this is done. So, going to let it cook for 30 minutes, and then I'm going to check it. So let me cover it. Put the timer in 30 minutes, and I'm going to chill. To the last 5-7 minutes, I'll lower the heat a couple notches above, below medium, couple notches above low. See what we got here. Ooh. Isn't that nice? So what you're going to do, you're going to now inspect it. Let me get a little bit closer. Get my little tool. Yep, soft. Carrot is ready. Potatoes, everything else. Yep, pretty much done. Took me about 28-30 minutes. And you can eat the chicken guisado with some white rice, you know, easy to make. I even have some guanemes left over, so I'm going to prepare some of them to heat them up. It's pretty simple.